Remember the other day? Remember we were talking about like jobs, and I was telling you about like my raise and stuff like that, and how like when it comes to like other matters, they'll respond to you. But I feel like jobs, when they when it comes to like pay increases, like they'll do whatever it takes to like to pretend that I didn't get the email. Like, do you ever experience that?
Yes.
How does that mean? Like talk.
Well, actually, not really, because they knew better. They knew better. Not my money, not my bread and butter. No way.
Because why offer? Okay, you get an increase every year, but then when
Yeah, what, 2 cents?
2 cents. But then when it comes to like actually following through, it's like they always give you the runaround. Like, why do you think that is though?
No, because they don't want to give you money. They want you to work double hard for the same pay. Like, who wants to pay extra, even if it's 2 cents?
It only is 2 cents.
Yeah, dude. Like, my pay increase in one job was like 12 cents.
12 cents?
I was like, are you kidding me? And it goes based off of the experience that you have, or
what?
Based on your job performance. I got 12 cents increase. When they told me, they actually made it all formal, which made it even funnier, because I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting $1 raise. She said, all right, so based on your performance, like there are some mishaps of the like, certain things that you're not grasping completely. And I was like, yeah, and I told you guys about it, and I need help being trained more about it. All right, so other than that, yeah, so you're going to get a 12-cent increase. I said,
12
wait,
cents?
what? Wait, no. $1.12, right? Yeah, $1.12. She goes, no, just 12 cents.
That's crazy.
I was like, I really wanted to say, keep your 12 cents. I don't need it. Ass. Like, seriously, like, stick it where the sun don't shine. Like, seriously. And it's like, but I just, of course, took it with a grain of salt. I was like, all right, no problem. I don't plan on staying here anyway. And sure enough, dun, I got pregnant.
That's crazy.
And I had to leave, so.
Wait, that was the last job you had?
That was the last job I had.
With our marriage or with the marriage before yours? Before mine?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks. I only had 3 marriages, but that's okay.
No, but one was an annulment.
It
doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Yes, well, yeah, the first one doesn't count because it was an annulment, but...
Because that's what Ross and Rachel taught us in Friends.
Yeah, 3 divorces, 3 divorces.
Oh, with Phoebe. I'm drunk.
Yeah. But no, it was our marriage, jerk.
Okay, no, I wasn't. Okay, I got you. It was something in the water fountain. I think that worked. Because where I work at, there's like maybe 7, 8 people that are pregnant, and I'm just like, okay, 7, 8 people are pregnant. That's interesting.
But yeah, that's
in the
pathetic.
water.
That's pathetic. I see. When I hear stuff like that, I'm like, wow. People devote their freaking lives to make your company succeed, and you give a 12-cent raise. Like, what is crazy. That? That's like a slap in the face. You might as well just spit in my face and call it a day. Buy me a cup of coffee and spit in it and say, here, have a drink. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, how disrespectful is that? Like,
it seems like nobody wants to train anybody anymore.
No, of course not. Of course not. That's more work.
Like they'll just hire anyone just for the sake of filling up spots, because I've experienced that at my other jobs, especially when I did security, and I'm just like, bro, I've been here maybe 5 or 6 years, but yet there's people who did their 6 months, but yet they're getting a raise, or they're getting a supervisor position before me. And when I asked you about it, you said, oh, but you had some hiccups. I'm like, okay, but what are the hiccups? They're not communicating with me.
No.
So and then they didn't even give raises at my security job. You got work based on like the site and what the site offered. Right. That's what's bad about these like third-party companies, unfortunately, that it becomes a thing. It's so crazy. Like, they could get away with that.
Right.
Oh,
no, but... If you guys see us, we're like actually taking apart Lego pieces.
Bro, yeah, my camera's broken right now, so it is what it is. I don't even have like an equipment to do a close-up of anything, but it is what it is. It's not even real Legos. It's like...
I don't know what these are called. IQ builders.
IQ builders, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
So why? They look like Qs? They look like eyes?
No. Genius. They're IQ. Your IQ. You know, oh my God, Lord Jesus, somebody help this burn.
It's for autistic people.
Yeah. Which you didn't know what IQ means, but, like, it's okay.
I don't even know what that stands for, IQ. Intelligence quiz?
Actually, hold up.
Isn't that what that means? Like...
IQ meaning. Because I don't even know. Hold on a second. IQ meaning.
What is the problem?
Oh.
Look, you can't even find
Botch. IQ meaning short for intelligence quotient. Quotient. Look, I can't even.
Wait,
read.
what is that? Quadratic equation? Like what the freak?
I don't know. It's to figure out how stupid you are. It's not even how smart.
Wow. Okay, Okay, so I have a question for you. This is kind of like not off topic, but kind of off topic of IQs. But like, what's like the weirdest? Like, we've all gotten fired and stuff like that in jobs. Like, what's the like? Like, what is the worst or the most dumbest reason you ever got fired?
Dude, I'll start. I got fired because I blew up my manager's spot of how incompetent she was and that she didn't do her job right, and she almost cost the company millions. She almost got a contract to not stay with us anymore in our company. So instead of us as a team taking the hit, I blew up her spot, and I said it was her. And for that, I got fired.
Oh, I hate that.
What makes matters worse is that she legit knew she was wrong.
And threw you underneath the bus.
And acted like, oh, what do you mean? Like, no. See, what had happened was A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But it's like, okay. And then I'm thinking HR was going to defend me, and nope, they said, we're sorry, but...
Because she's probably, she or he's probably sleeping with somebody in HR.
No, actually, her, I don't know, her husband or somebody. So she's related to somebody that's somebody.
Okay.
So
and that's crazy.
That connected her to like have a position where she can never be fired.
Oh, like ironclad.
Like
ironclad contract. That's what they do in wrestling. Ironclad.
Oh Lord, here we go with the wrestling. Why is everything linked?
Because ironclad, I could beat you up and get away with it,
no, Lord.
and I can't get fired.
Lord.
For those who watch wrestling, the Young Bucks have a ironclad contract. They can't get fired, but yeah, they're the ones that got CM Punk fired. But anyway.
Yeah. Who else fell asleep?
Oh my God. But
yeah, that's...
I've been through that in other jobs. Like, I had this one employee one coworker that was always late all the damn time. And it was just like, okay, dude, like, you see that he's doing this. He's causing issues. He's doing this thing where everybody is getting uncomfortable because he's making, it's just one of those things that he's always late. Like, he wasn't late on me, but he was late on everybody else that we worked around. And it just got to that point, like, okay, everybody's getting fed up. And when we tell HR, we tell other people about it. And it just seemed like, okay, it can't be just me being the one that talks for everybody.
Oh, no.
Like, you're the one that has an issue, too. It's not just me. It's not just you. So why aren't you saying anything? Like, why am I the only person?
Because then it's going to make them look bad. That's one thing I can't stand. I can't stand when coworkers talk mad smack and complain about the job. And then when it's time to hit the fan, it's like, all right, let's get together. Let's do what we got to do to, like, defend ourselves. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Or they're just scared to say anything.
Or they just freaking call out the day that we're supposed to have a meeting.
Oh, that's happened to me a lot, actually. But here's my thing. It's like, what's the point of complaining about something and then you're not going to step up and do anything? It can't be just that one freaking person. No. Like, they're
scared to lose their job. That's their bread and butter, dude.
See, but here's my thing, though. Like, I'm sorry. I'm the kind of person with my experience or if you know you're good at what you do, like my mentality is okay. I like this job, but I don't need this job.
Right.
Especially if it's a third party company type job. Like I can easily get another third party company job and make money.
Right.
And still build my life around whatever.
The way the economy is lately,
well,
it's just
now.
everybody's clinging on to their jobs as bad as it is. Because the way prices are going up, everything's going up.
But no one's
benefits
paying.
Are being taken away.
But no one's paying $20 an hour anymore.
No, of course not.
Everything's like 18, 19 at most.
No, and then they act like that's a lot of money. Like you're lucky I'm giving you $18 an hour. What?
Nah, that's crazy.
You're lucky I'm giving you this much based off of your experience. Like, I can't stand that. I've gotten denied so many jobs because I was overqualified. What the hell is everybody... What does that mean, overqualified?
Remember that video we saw about the experience?
Like, seriously. Like, think about it. You tell me I need 60 credits and a license, let's say. I go and I get the license, like the girl said in the video. She got her license, she got her degree and everything. She goes back, she says, okay, I got the degree, I got the license. Let me get the job. Oh, what kind of experience do you have? It's like, okay, that makes no sense. How do you expect me to have experience when I can't get the job without the stuff that I need?
Word.
So now you're saying I can't have the job because I don't have experience. So how do you expect me to get hired?
I mean, excuse my language. So what? So pretty much from what the video I saw earlier that you're talking about. So pretty much you're saying I'm supposed to just work a whole bunch of, excuse my language, but bullshit jobs.
Yeah, but it's not the experience that they're looking for. That's what boggles me. If I'm going for a cashier job, but I never worked as a cashier, but I have the credits, I have the license, I have whatever it is to be a cashier.
You're not gonna give me the job.
You're not gonna give me the job because I don't have experience as a cashier.
But
then how do you expect me to get hired as a cashier to have the experience if you won't give me the, like, that makes
well, that's
no
pretty
sense.
much them saying, oh, that's your problem, not mine.
Right, but...
The worst part is when it's an entry-level job and they still
gosh.
say you need
Entry-level.
experience.
Are
you kidding me?
Kidding?
It's entry-level means you don't need experience.
Right.
What are you talking about? What experience? Now, if you're saying... Again, excuse my language, but if you're saying I need a whole bunch of bullshit-ass jobs just to get any kind of work experience, just to work at the job that I really want for my career, and you're telling me it's still not valid because it's not in the field,
right.
Then we have a problem.
Right. It's just retarded. Like,
oh my God.
I don't know. Like, it's everything is just ass backwards nowadays. Like,
why is that?
I don't, because people are stupid. Like, they make their illogic thinking valid. Like,
and it's not. The worst part is when you try to tell it like it is, and then they insist
that you're wrong.
Right, and they'll impose, like they'll really project everything onto you to make it seem like, oh, you're narcissist. Your narcissism is one hell of a disorder.
It is. I've seen way too many people.
Oh, there's nothing I could have done to get you mad. Well, I mean, what do you mean?
There's no way.
I dealt with that in my family, with like not like my immediate family, but like like cousins and stuff like that. And I'm like, I cut them right off because I just felt like, you know what, I don't need to be around toxic ass behavior. And it's one of those situations. You know what? There's no hard feelings, but I don't want to deal with it.
Right. The sad part is that they don't see that they're being that way, and that's sad. No matter how much you try to explain it, they don't see it. They still think that they're correct and you're wrong, no matter what. Their feelings are valid, not yours. Their way of being is valid, not yours. Like, that's crazy. Like,
no, I get that. I get that, man. I hate when you're trying to address something at a workplace and then people beat around the bush and just try to, to a point where, okay, now it's gonna... Oh, we're gonna just sweep it underneath the rug, even though you know the situation needs to address. But how many times we do that in life too, outside of work, that you had a situation with a friend or a family member, and you say, "Hey, let's address this before it gets out of hand." And then right when it gets out of hand, you want to act like it doesn't exist.
Right.
Did it make sense what I said?
I guess, yeah.
No, I think I'm just trying to add on something that's not there. I'm sorry.
Right. That's normal for me. That's typical wife life.
Wife
with
life?
You.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because it'll go from one subject and then all of a sudden squirrel. And then all of a sudden back to like the topic and then suddenly, okay, what's for dinner?
What's for dinner? Listen, a man's hungry.
Yeah, and then whatever I want to feed you, nah, well, I'm really not in the mood.
No, but here's the thing, right? Because
I'm sorry. Whoever's listening, like, seriously, like, if you are not in the mood for any type of food whatsoever, home cooked, give a heads up, like, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
Start my day off with,
no, I might be in the mood for something homemade later. I don't know.
But that's not fair to me because I'm over here thinking, okay, my job is to go work, come home, take care of our son, make dinner, make sure everybody's fed, have leftovers so we can have it for the next day. Oh, yeah, I don't want. And then what are we doing? We're spending money ordering out.
Okay.
And then I just went through all that when I could have been relaxing.
Okay, but I could take it to work the next day.
You can take it to work the next day. Oh, well, there's always an excuse. Oh, well, the microwave ain't working.
Okay, no, but the microwave does work now, and I haven't been doing that.
I know, because I haven't been cooking, because every time I insisted on cooking before, you said you weren't in the mood for, so now
But hold on, but let's be honest. But there's be times where, I just don't want to cook nothing. Because you get home, you're tired, you just don't want to be bothered with cooking, so it's just easy to order out.
Exactly. So give a heads up, like, before I even get home, saying, hey, babe, guess what? I'm not in the mood to cook, don't cook.
Hold on, but you've done that? Oh, but I've done that, but you already cooked anyway.
Yeah, because you didn't give me a heads up.
What are you talking about? I get out at 3 o'clock.
Okay, now. So yeah, you don't give me a heads up. I'm already cooking. I already took. I'm sorry, but if you go to work before me, you leave the house before.
It's easier
and
said
then on
than
top
done.
of that, if you see me defrosting something, some type of meat or something, then you should be like,
no, I
she's
don't know. When I'm
cook.
at work, I don't know you're defrosting meat. You don't tell me.
Dude, I do it the night before and I leave it in the sink so it could defrost.
That could be for our kid, for all I know.
What?
I don't know.
He eats like 4 things.
Oh, Lord. All right. So what else you want to talk about? What else you want to talk about? I know there was stuff on your mind.
There's a lot of stuff on my mind.
You want to talk about school?
But the fact that you have an autistic son who doesn't speak as much, because now he's speaking slowly, and come to find out that there's no cameras in the classroom, and it's scary because it's like, okay, it's bad enough they don't speak. You have cameras on the bus. You have cameras everywhere else, like in the hallways and stuff, but you can't have cameras in the classroom.
I mean, is it legal or is it illegal?
It's illegal.
Really?
I found out it's illegal to have cameras in the
classroom.
In the classroom.
Wait, but
it's the same thing as having cameras in the bathroom. They can't.
Really?
They can't do that. So.
But that's not. But like, I can understand the bathroom part because of genital parts and stuff. But why the?
No, it says it's invasion of privacy.
Really?
So I'm like, okay, but it should be a special. Like, it should be a special. What's that word I'm looking for?
Accommodation.
Yeah, when it comes to nonverbal autistic kids.
Because
if they have nobody to fend for them, I get it that we're supposed to trust the teachers, but teachers out, then what happens?
Yeah,
the teacher calls out. It's only whoever's in charge, whoever the substitute is. I don't trust that teacher. I don't know who that teacher is. I don't know what's going on. My son came home with a bag of poop in his book bag.
That's gross.
Because he pooped on himself. Instead of calling me and telling me, listen, he had an accident. Again, he can't talk, so he can't tell me what's going on. Do you want me to throw it out or keep it in the bag? I would have automatically said, throw it all out. He has extra clothes in the school. Is he okay? Is everything okay? That's it. But no, you just took it upon yourself to say, okay, I'm just going to send you the poop. Stink on my son's book bag.
Oh, that's gross.
That's unsanitary. What if my son actually put his hand in the book bag to try to get like his tablet or something?
Wait, it wasn't in the plastic or nothing?
No, it was in the plastic bag.
But him not knowing. Okay.
But him not knowing and curious would have opened the book bag and be like, "Oh, what's this?" And it would have stunk up the bus, or they would have stunk up the area that he was. No, like It's my thing is a lot of teachers nowadays don't use common sense. And especially like some of the substitutes that come in, not knocking any substitute that does their job correctly and does it well and whatever. God forbid I bring it up to somebody because at the end of the day, my words don't count.
That's something your words words
my
don't
words
count
don't
in a
count
job
because
place.
Again, I'm just a aide. I'm not a I'm not an actual board of ed, or I'm not one of the high-end people. So
right.
But the fact that he just sat there and was coloring with the kids, and I'm over here being teacher, which I didn't mind, but at the same time it's like, damn man, that's not fair. That's not fair. I want to be board of ed. Nobody's giving me the opportunity to be the board of ed, so it's like, all right, whatever. It's not in the cards right now, I guess. I don't know what the hell.
I get you. That's kind of how I feel about my job. Like, I have potential to be lead, but I keep feeling like I'm getting to run around a little bit.
Right.
And at the same time, I'm trying to be in that whole, you know what, if I don't get it, I don't get it. Fine, it's what it is. But I don't like the empty promises.
No, I've been told you, don't listen to empty promises. In one ear, out the other. Unless you
But
see
it's
actual...
hard, though. But it's hard because
because anybody would get their hopes up thinking, oh my gosh, when is it going to happen? Because look what happened to you last time. You got your hopes up. You started losing sleep. You started oh my gosh. Nothing happened. And then what happened to you? You ended up getting angry, bitter, and everything. You hated the world. You hated everything. You was just pissed off at the world.
I was getting snippy with you.
And and I was about to stab you because you were getting on my last nerve.
You can't stab me.
Whatever. I'll just sit on you, that's all.
Wow.
But
sit on me any day.
Yeah, shut up. But
no, I get it. But it's hard because it's like, damn, why have somebody else?
I've been through it because I've been through it. I got way more job experience. I got more experience.
I don't like empty promises, man.
Don't like... Again, I've been... First, at my first job, my first hotel job, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm working front desk. I'm working at the hotels. Oh my gosh, I'm making way more money than I did working at the airport. I bet.
Really? I thought airport would be more money because...
No, you got less money but way more benefits.
So in these jobs, right? So what? The less money you make, the more benefits you get, but the more money you make, the less... less money, more benefits, more money, less benefits?
Yes.
What?
Pretty much.
Damn,
Airlines, it was more of the perks of flying for free. And
how was that
you
like?
Had what's it called? That flexible plan, like
the
flex
buddy
pay.
pass.
You got buddy passes. You got your companion pass. You had. It was just so much fun.
But the money cheap for crap money though.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. You had to actually work 24 hours a day to have a decent pay, a good paycheck. I know a bunch of my friends that work 24/7, 7 days a week, and they got a month off of work because they accumulated all that overtime.
But you know what's crazy? But I don't know if that's always been a thing, or maybe this is a thing now. But I remember hearing at work that technically it's illegal to work straight without breaks.
No,
let's say
they did it, but they did it to that degree. They would work 2 shifts. Break for 8 hours because they only needed 8 hours, then go back, then do it again, and it was just back to back because they don't have a life outside of work. They just had work, so they racked up as much as they could. But guess what? They got a month off. They had it all paid.
See, a job that you can go, they get a month off, and that's fine. Did you have PTOs or?
Yes, they built up all that PTO. They built up all their sick days because some companies they roll over.
Okay. I don't think companies do that anymore, right?
So I don't think so. Right now, I have 48 hours of sick pay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get a sick pay day for let's say Monday because I called out.
Okay.
I submitted every possible evidence that I have a doctor's appointment, and no, it's pending.
I am not. See, that's why with my job, I was very persistent about saying, hey, I just want to make sure, because I know my HR lady, is probably getting annoyed with me, but I'm the kind of person, when it comes to money, I'm sorry. I'm going to really be up in your face like that. I don't care who you are. And it's not being hard or being all tough. It's just like, dude, I'm all about...
No, it's not that. It's somebody, again,
but they take it like that.
Stop taking somebody's bread and butter. You don't understand the sacrifices that people make to make that money. And they're building up the sick days or the vacation days that because they have lives outside of the company, but the company feels it's us or nothing, and I don't like that. The way companies are nowadays, it's you devote your life to us, you might as well sign your life away. You might as well grab blood and sign on the dotted line your blood, because that's what you're doing. That's what they feel like they're taking from you. Like, they're taking your life and your soul and everything. Like, you're signing your soul away. Like, no. People have children. People have families. They have to go home and cook and clean and do everything. So, like...
Wow.
But they don't do it. They don't care. It's only the company, and that's it.
And I hate that, because I'm pretty sure whoever created these companies, like, at one point, you guys did used to struggle, and it seems like the minute you get to the top, you forget what that's all about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I deal with that all the time. I've dealt with that in not every job, almost every job. Like, I remember my last job, I had a deal that was Dominican. She used to be a cashier from the island, and she worked her way up, and like, it's like she forgot what it was to be a cashier. She forgot what it was to be a shift supervisor, and I don't like that. It's like, dude, like, you and I, for the most part, yeah, you're Dominican, you're Puerto Rican, you're Colombian, whatever, but we all scratch and claw for the same things. Maybe you experienced the struggle different than I did, but we had a similar upbringing. And for you to just forget all that because you're at the top and you want all this money, all that bonus, like, to me, that's freaking pathetic. This is why when it came to, like, I've been operations manager, and even I can say that the grass ain't always green on the other side, depending on your environment. And it's just like, dude, I left, man. Like, I was just done.
But back to the original, it was empty promises where I went to front desk. They promised me to work reservations. I said, oh my God, I get $1 raise. I get to work reservations. Great. Reservations, I banged it out so well. They were like, you're doing so great. We want to offer you sales coordinator. I said, oh my gosh, am I getting more money? Oh, it's about $1 more, not much more. I said, I don't care. I'll take it. I want the experience. Sure enough, sales coordinator. Bet. I'm over here busting my butt because I have no clue what the hell is a sales coordinator.
I don't even know what that is.
No idea. So, sales coordinator for a hotel, you're pretty much making contracts for these people. So, let's say you go to anybody and they want to rent out 100 rooms.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Let's just say 100 rooms, but I'm going to make a contract. I'm going to give you a good deal. They're staying for 3 days. Let's say you want to bring, like, you're having a wedding and you want, like, a whole... like a block of rooms. So I'm the one that sets up the contract, set up what you did, like what you said you wanted in the like for your accommodations and stuff.
Okay.
That's a coordinator. I'm coordinating all the paperwork, all the stuff, making sure the rooms are good, making sure this, that. A sales representative is a person that goes out there, meets the people, and pretty much brings them to me so they can sign paperwork with me.
Interesting.
So now, long story short or short story long.
Short story long.
I pretty much am doing all the work, but the sales rep is getting twice as much money as me.
But how is that possible?
But that's what I said. So I was like, okay, why am I not getting the same pay as her?
Because you're the one doing the contracts.
Because I'm doing, exactly. Oh no, we're gonna promise you this. So I said, oh my God, my money's gonna be rolling in. I'm gonna have the experience, whatever. What happens? I got fired.
For what?
So they were doing cutbacks. And they decided, oh well, we're gonna eliminate the department. So I got fired. Or I got laid off. I didn't get fired. I got laid off.
How is that even like? Then why even? That doesn't make any sense.
So now that's even worse because you're over here thinking you're getting more money, but you end up losing your job completely.
But they didn't. But technically, if they really wanted to keep you, shouldn't they have put you in a different department?
I said for that, just put me back at front desk.
And they didn't want to do that.
They did not want to do that.
That means they didn't like you.
That must, because again, I did my job so well. I should have gotten that money.
Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know. They just, whatever, for whatever reason, they eliminated the department. So, yeah, that's a bad, like, empty promise. Like, you don't go and promise them more money and then just eliminate the department. And then come to find out that the reason they didn't even eliminate the department, they just wanted to get rid of me because I was getting a little too, like, knowledgeable.
But what's wrong with that? That's the point.
You would think. And I was like, okay, the last time I remember, a company wants you to know more, so they train you less.
That's crazy to me. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to train anybody.
Nobody wants to train. Nobody wants to give you more money. Everybody wants to pay you like $5 an hour and call it a day. Like, that's not going to happen.
That's crazy,
so
man.
That is where I feel like empty promises are like, I don't, whenever you say, oh, we're going to, okay, until I have it in writing and you signed, I'm not going to pay attention to words.
It's like, it's not my hill to die on, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, I get you. That
was hard. That was my first hotel job, and I said,
did that discourage you? Did you develop?
I actually got depressed. I said, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? I started doubting myself.
So
I started questioning. Oh yeah, it's low self. The mental breakdown that I had from that, it was horrible because I was like, what did I do wrong?
Ooh, okay.
And what and I even asked, what can I do to, become better at this? They couldn't answer because they knew I was good at it. They just didn't know how to let me go for whatever reason.
Maybe they were, I don't know. See, and that's the thing too, because that's the thing in work environments that people don't talk about.
No, they don't. They don't.
Because here's the thing, right? Because
if you get fired, I'm sorry. If you get fired, you should explain why you're firing me and what can I do to better myself so that way when I go to my next job, I'll be able to do better. They will never answer you or give you that answer. They won't do that.
That's crazy.
They don't want you to succeed. So what? So that company can rise up and then probably take them out. Like,
but you know how many companies had succeeded for a certain while, but then that same company now, to think about it, it doesn't exist now.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Karma. This is where I love karma. Like, I don't call it karma. I call it God. That was God's grace, God's mercy. God just like took over because that company, not only did the union jump in,
right,
I conveniently signed to be a part of the union the day before they let me go.
That's crazy.
So now, once the union, now check this out. This is God. I know this is God. God, like, I signed knowing that I wasn't supposed to because I'm part of management.
Right.
Only like housekeeping can be part of a union or whatever, or the bellman or whatever the case is.
Right.
I signed anyway. Come to find out that the union found out why they let me go. They put a huge black rat in front of that hotel.
Oh, the union rat.
The union rat, and sure enough, they started protesting in front of it, and they put the
inflatable gray black rat.
Right, and guess what? They put the picture of the owner of the hotel on the rat's face.
That's funny.
I was dying laughing, and not only that, they end up getting me a high-end luxury hotel.
Right.
And that hotel ended up closing down.
That's crazy to think about now. Like, wow. Like I mean, because I always wonder, because if you're not the first, you definitely won't be the last.
But what?
That went through that. Which is interesting.
The same thing happened to me at the high-end job. I was an operator. I worked there, and sure enough, they snuck in you know when you call a hotel now, it's the machine.
Yeah.
Press 1 for this, press 2 for this, what's this? So they brought that in and eliminated the last 6 that were hired. I was the very last one.
Okay, so like I guess but at least they eliminated the actual thing, right? Like it wasn't like...
No, they kept 6 operators. There was 12 of us. They kept 6 and let go of the last 6.
So I guess because maybe seniority?
No, of course, because that's union. Union, it goes based off seniority.
So that's not a shady thing like the first hotel.
No, because then when I got let go, me thinking I'm still part of the union, they said, "Oh, don't worry about it. We're gonna get you another job. Just stand by."
They never got
They never got back to me.
The union never got. That's crazy.
They never got back to me. So I'm paying here union dues, and they never got back to me.
That's crazy.
So talk about like.
Now I know if I
empty
decided.
promises, like no, I've been through a bunch of them. Where it's
so,
like,
but how do you? Okay, so how do? Because for me, even though I haven't been through. I don't think as much as you have, but I've been through some stuff. And but how do you deal with it? Because I feel like even till this very day, I still get that disappointment. Like,
no,
how were you
you
able?
do.
But how were you able to just overcome the disappointment and be like, now, oh, it is what it is?
Because I kept searching for something else, something bigger. That would making more money. Like I kept pushing. Like I know my worth. Right. I know what I'm good at. I know I'm a fast learner. I know you don't have to train me 10,000 times. You just show me once. That's it.
Right.
So I kept selling myself. I kept saying like, all right, try me. If I don't work out, then
you can fire
me. Do whatever you want. Like I'm giving you that open door.
But do you know what it is? I feel like people don't want to waste that time.
No, of course they don't.
And
but then I proved them wrong. And
yet they still fired you anyway.
No. These are the companies that came after that whole spiel.
So what's the longest longevity you had at a job? Like number wise?
6.5 years. With the airport.
The airport? That's the longest one.
Yep.
Wait, was it the one that you said that you tried to come back 3 times?
Yeah.
Come on, really?
I know. Hello, I was young. I didn't know. Like I was just like, all right, I'm gonna leave the job. Will you take me back? Sure, come. I'm gonna leave the job. Will you like? They openly decided to take me back 3rd time. They were like, no. You keep leaving. No, you're wasting our time and everything. So no. And I don't blame them because I afterwards like now thinking back like what the hell was I thinking?
You know what's crazy? Out of all the jobs I've had, I think there's only one job that I have in my whole entire life that I actually came back to. But other than that, all the other jobs, like once I left or got fired or whatever, I never came back.
None.
Which is pretty interesting, you know? It's very, very interesting situation for me. Because I don't have a lot of job experience. Like I have like experience in a sense where, okay, customer service and people, interpersonal and stuff like that. That's led me to get these other jobs. A lot of jobs I had were always like the third party companies that have the accounts, and then lucky for this job that I have currently. I feel like, okay, this was more of a blessing because even though this job don't have benefits, but you know there's other benefits, perks behind that. But you know that's a whole other thing. Can't get into detail honestly, but you know. So at the end of the day, it's like I just have to scratch and claw and just hold on to that job as much as possible.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I have to keep in mind that some things don't last forever. But while it's here, I'm gonna do the best I can to enjoy it until I can't have it anymore.
Like right now, I'm doing a part-time job, and I'm not used to part-time. I'm so used to full-time jobs, getting a full pay. So to actually like stick with a part-time job is driving me crazy because I'm not used to making this little. I'm not used to.
All right, like, but we have a kid though.
No, and that's what I keep telling myself. Like at the end of the day, this job accommodates every single need that I have with my son. It's like, whenever he's sick, they said, okay, no problem, stay home. When I'm sick, okay, no problem, stay home. Like I just don't get paid, but. You know, they're not ones to be like, okay, well, you know, you called out like 10,000 times this year. We have to let you go, like other companies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's the good thing about the third-party companies. I can, even in my job, I can make up my own schedule to a point where I know I'm not going to get reprimanded if I keep giving away my shifts. Like, so I'm not going to have
I think we did our dues with other companies where it's like we did, and we still got screwed over. And now God's like, okay, I'm going to give you a job that's going to be so flexible with you guys that it's going to work. But you have to hold on to it for now.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So,
I get that.
That's why
it's interesting, though. It's like you have to really find those jobs. And it's hard to find, you know.
That's if they're willing to give you a chance.
That's true. That's true. It's an interesting life, right? Because I feel like no one really talks about the fact that the economy is so sucky right now, but I feel like if we just use everything to the best of our abilities, we can take the negative and turn it into a positive. Right. And I think we've done that. You know,
we just learn the hard way. Like,
it sucks though, because nobody preps you for this stuff.
No, but that at the same time, God's showing us humility.
Yeah, humility is a hard
humility lesson. Is something, like, you think pride is bad? Like,
humility is a harsh lesson.
It's hard. But it's just, like, we had so much pride because, you know what? Not for nothing, because society made us that way. Society made us that way. You have to have a high-paying job. You have to have a job with benefits. You have to have a car. You have to have... Who said? Said who? Says who?
Well, yeah, but anybody that tells you gotta have that are usually the most miserable people in the
exactly.
world. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I really believe that. Not everybody, but a lot of people I've met. And because there are people who get on me because I don't have a driver's license. I'm sorry, but you know how I am.
Dude, babe. I have the license and I refuse to drive. I refuse to drive because there's so many psychos out there that it's just like, okay, you know what? Uber will be just fine. The train will be just fine.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if we had an area that there's no transportation, the thing is, we both make decent amount of money that I don't mind spending that money to get that done. Because at the end of the day, I rather babe. You know my life. You know me for years. How many people, and you've seen some of this stuff, have gotten on me because they say that I play it too safe. And the thing is, I'm sorry, but I've learned from other people's mistake that I'm not doing that same thing. And there's people who got on me because it was like, oh, so because I didn't struggle like you struggled.
Right.
Remember years ago when I declared bankruptcy before I got married with you, and how many people got on me about that?
I actually told you about it because I got on it first.
Right.
I got on it first. It ended up being a positive thing because, okay, so what? I got my scores low. Oh my God, it's on my record for 7 years. Okay. But I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't doing anything special. I wasn't doing anything... like, oh my God, I need to get a car now. I need to get a house now. Now I can't. It was just like, okay.
But the thing is, we didn't have a child at the time, and if you have a child now, by the time he gets old enough, at the end of the day,
by then we would have built the credit, built everything.
Exactly.
That's when we'll need it most.
Because I feel like bankruptcy, it's a good thing based on the situation.
Right.
I mean, if it's a situation like you feel like, okay, maybe I could afford to you know what?
And I hate when people say it's the easy way out. It's not an
easy way out. It's an option for those who just can't do it.
They can't. Or there's because some credit card companies are willing to work with you.
This is true.
To actually lower the amount and then you can pay it off. Great. There are a lot of other companies that, okay, no problem, we'll lower it, but the interest rate is just as much as the actual payment. So you pay nothing, so it's like...
Right, so lucky for me, when I did it, I looked at it as, well, the reason why I did it is I didn't want to bring my debt into our marriage. The only debt I would have just been bringing was my student loans, because that's not covered in the student loans not covered in bankruptcy. But I didn't want to bring my BS into our marriage, and I felt like that was more of a mature thing than anything else, but... People got on me about it, be like, oh, but you're not going to get this. I mean, no, because I know people who did bankruptcy more than 2 times, and they still have a house, they still have a car, they still got whatever. Maybe the interest rates are a little whatever. But the thing is, I don't know about you, but I know I don't care about those stuff. Right. Because I'm not in a situation where I need that. And yeah, maybe if I am playing it safe, oh well, it's just I'm sorry. I've seen too much to a point where I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that if I don't do those things, it's going to be positive. It's not going to be positive. It's just I'd rather just not take the chance.
Right.
And I don't feel like that's wrong. There are people who have told me, oh, it's an immature way of thinking. But oh, well, that's your opinion. That's
your opinion, your life, your way of being. We don't have to all have the same way of doing things.
Yeah. But with that being said, I'm glad hope you enjoyed this conversation, of course. And if anything, just follow me on social media, Jam Them Down at the Andy Morales. This is Andy Morales on TikTok and Spotify and Rumble. Just look up Jam Them Down. And if you made it this far, thank you for listening and give me a chance.